of Teach for All global community, a gathering in Nairobi to discuss developing students as leaders. This meeting seeks to make sure how to rather investigate how students will be getting education from across the region and the world. Let's cross over and listen in.
So trigonometry in high school or any other topic, but also infusing the aspects of the soft skills, the 21st century skills. And this is why the CPC, the competence-based curriculum, has come in handy. CPC is designed to nurture the potential of every learner by ensuring that they acquire the essential competencies as outlined in the Kenya's basic education curriculum framework. The reality of the matter is that no child is a failure, isn't it? There's no child who's a failure. It's only maybe us, the adults, have failed to tap the potential of every child. And therefore, we must ensure that every child is given the opportunity that he or she needs. Notably, CPC strongly emphasizes formative evaluation over summative assessment methods. The idea of assessing an 8-year schoolwork only in 2-3 days, giving an examination, is no longer tenable. We have to work with this child from the day the child is enrolled in school up to until, at the end of the system, to gauge the child in terms of evaluation. But the examination scores are not the only thing. The child has other potentials. As of 2023, our pioneer class of the competence-based curriculum cohort has transitioned to junior school. This transition marks a pivotal moment in implementing the competence-based curriculum, which is dedicated to fostering the development of 7 core competencies, including communication and collaboration, critical thinking and problem solving, imagination and creativity, citizenship, learning to learn, self-efficacy, and above all, digital literacy. By strongly emphasizing formative evaluation, we can support learners early in their education journeys and ensure they are equipped with the skills and knowledge needed for success in today's dynamic world. In the spirit of Teach for All global network, we recognize the importance of continuous improvement in the education and remain committed as a government to fostering the growth and development of learners through initiatives like the competence-based curriculum and the thoughtful application of evaluation methods. I applaud once again on behalf of the government of Kenya, Teach for All and its network for the outstanding commitment to providing millions of children with access to education, support, and the opportunities they need to thrive. As education evolves, we used to tell our young ones, you are the leaders of tomorrow. But these days we tell them, you are the leaders of today. And you saw it, that young girl from Modaiga, providing leadership skills. You see, your efforts, your continued efforts to have undoubtedly made a profound difference in the lives of countless young learners worldwide. Recognizing that meaningful and sustainable change requires collective effort is crucial. Your incisive approach to fostering inclusive leadership ensures that the solutions are rooted in the lived experiences of the communities you serve, making them more effective and relevant. I also express gratitude for your commitment to learning from the collective practice of your African counterparts. As the epicenter of human civilization, Africa has a rich ethos of knowledge, traditions, and experiences that offer valuable insights into addressing unique education challenges and opportunities. We can all gain a deeper understanding and appreciation of the diverse perspectives that enrich our global education landscape through collaboration and knowledge exchange. We look forward to continued collaboration and sharing insights and experiences will benefit us all as we collectively strive to create a better, more equitable world through education. Now, on the subject of student leadership, this is what our minister had to say. Aligned with the conference theme, of learning from Africa, developing students as leaders, it is essential to delineate the type of leaders we aspire to cultivate and our role in fostering their growth by establishing and nurturing environments that facilitate their development. In contemporary education, the role of teachers has evolved from merely imparting knowledge to guiding students in honing their critical thinking skills. So we no longer talk of the teacher of the talk and chalk, but the teacher who, produces leaders. The overarching objective of the student leadership is to motivate these future leaders to instill culture of ownership, collaboration, and community, both within the classroom and beyond. The process of student leadership development is instrumental in equipping students with the skills that will serve them well into adulthood. An effective way to ignite this passion is by affording students with the opportunity to engage in courses that genuinely resonate with them. This approach embodies the essence of holistic education. Students in Africa actively engage in leadership roles within their communities. They lead various initiatives, including community development projects like cleanup drives, tree planting campaigns, and the construction or renovation of public facilities such as schools and community centers. Additionally, they form advocacy groups to tackle pressing issues such as climate change, health care, and clean water. These groups conduct awareness campaigns, engage with local authorities through lobbying efforts, and mobilize resources to effect meaningful change. We can emulate the spirit of resilience and innovation. On the issue of sustainability in education, Africa has a key role to play in championing sustainability efforts on a global stage. And this begins with recognizing the role that education plays. The world is battling climate change, and the younger generations will be most affected by its consequences. Therefore, it is imperative that Africa as a continent takes proactive steps to lead the way in sustainability efforts by centering and harnessing the potential of its younger generations to drive lasting change. So, in conclusion, the path ahead may be challenging, but it's encouraging that, united in purpose, we have the power to shape a brighter future for all. Let us continue this journey with unwavering determination, for the cause of expanding educational opportunities is our shared responsibility and our collective legacy to the world. Teach for all. The world talks of education for all, isn't it? When we talk of education for all, we also talking about curriculum for all, ensuring that the curriculum that we do is for all the children, for everybody. That when we talk of teach for all, that in a classroom situation, we teach every child, not just a few. We teach, if it's a mixed class, boys and girls, all of them, we give every child his or her opportunity to realize their potential. In other words, education for all, curriculum for all, teach for all must translate into learning for all. And so, we in the education sector, we say that for us to look at the entire educative process, before we embark on it, the first question we ask ourselves is, what is to be taught? It's about the curriculum. You first concentrate, develop the curriculum, answer that question, what is to be taught to these children? Then other questions follow. Who is to be taught? About the child, the characteristics of the child, the qualities, and all that. And then, of course, who is to teach? The teacher element comes in. And thereafter, how should it be taught? The methods that you will use and all that. Then, of course, what resources do you need? Where should it be taught? The school element and all, the entire educative process. And so this gathering of minds here, as you exchange ideas, we expect you to dwell deep into those areas. And looking at the rich program that you have, you will be looking at areas in educational emergencies, climate education, gender responsive education. So the education that we teach will not exclude any. Everybody should learn. The elements of foundational learning, very critical and emerging area, because at the end of it, if the children do not acquire the foundation in learning, the reading, the numeracy, the basics, then it becomes difficult for them to proceed to higher level in issues of learning and, of course, education technology. So we look forward to all those deliberations that you will have in this conference for the next 3 days. I extend my heartfelt wishes to all the delegates for a productive and fruitful series of engagements in the subsequent days of this conference. Your dedication to sharing your perspectives on the leadership we need to rise to the challenges of our changing world is commendable. And therefore, this is very essential. So, on behalf of our Cabinet Secretary, of the Minister of Education, it's now my humble duty to declare this 3 days conference organized by Teach for All Global Network and of course hosted by Teach for All Kenya chapter officially open. Karibuni and welcome Kenya. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Elias Abdi, for your remarks in representation of the Honorable CS of the Ministry of Education. We are so appreciative of you taking your time to talk to us. And yes, can we please give him another round of applause? Thank you. Okay. Our conference brings together over 600 people from over 60 different countries, all with their own norms around greetings and how to socialize, how to share about themselves. And if in any doubt, when you're meeting someone new, just ask them, hey, what do you prefer? A hug, a handshake, no contact greeting at all? You don't touch anyone. Personally, I prefer hugs. What do you prefer, Josephine?
I like hugs too. So if you want to say hi to your neighbor, you can just do it for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm so excited to see people actually saying hi to each other. So now for the next 5 minutes, no, it's a good thing. The excitement is a good. I hope you're sitting next to someone you did not come with. So the greeting is a bit exciting. So now we are turning over to you. We're turning over to you, so you've already said hi to the person sitting next to you. I want you to talk for the next 5 minutes. Just ask each other this question. What is one of your biggest learnings that you're bringing into this conference about how to develop students as leaders? I'll repeat. What is one of your biggest learnings that you're bringing into this conference about how to develop students as leaders? So just talk to the person next to you, have a little bit of a discussion, and then we'll have some reflections from you. So I need to hear people talking.
Teach.